It's you talk, baby.
You Talk family, what go on? This your boy D. I wanted to come on and tell you guys thank you to everyone, my whole entire You Talk family that's been supporting me since I started doing this back in 2020. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I appreciate you guys. And a big thank you to everyone that is signed up with your You Talk memberships. Thank you very much. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much. I also wanted to say thank you and shout out to our super producer, the man himself, Mr. King Judge, KJ Production, Mr. Marquise Judge. Thank you, brother. I appreciate everything you do. I love you, brother. You already know. Also, a big thank you and shout out to our super co-host, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. You Talk family, I know y'all appreciate him, and I do as well. Shout out to Mr. Larry Frank Jr. Thank you for all that you do, brother. I love you. Let's get into it, man. Let me tell you about these 3 different memberships that we got going on at You Talk. The first membership is the You Talk Club. And with that membership, you will receive different loyalty badges for every month that you are a member of the You Talk family. The second membership is the You Talk VIP. And with that membership, you will receive 10% off any You Talk branded merchandise or apparel. And you will get different photos and videos whenever we're out and about. We'll be sending you different stuff. And the third membership is the You Talk Box. And with that membership, you will receive exclusive content when we're doing special interviews with special guests. You will have access to those interviews, and you will get 15% off any You Talk branded merchandise or apparel. So those are your 3 memberships. Pick one of the 3, and if you don't, it's still all good. It's all love over here at You Talk, but everybody that's got their memberships, I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, like I said. So, like I said before, thank you. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting the movement. Everybody stay safe, take care. And y'all know how we start every video and every show that we do. And y'all know how we end every video and every show that we do. It ain't no us without you, baby. And I'm out. We love you guys. Take care. It's You Talk.
It's you talk, baby.
Yeah, I want to show some love, give some support to my boy Devin, founder of You Talk Nation. Continuous success, brother. And all I got to say is, it ain't no me without you, baby.
It ain't no me without you, baby.
It ain't no me without you, baby.
Yeah, You Talk is the people show. Look, You Talk, let the people know. Look, yeah. This is hurricane season. Only legends come up out there, you like Chris and Teigen. Name a letter better, W, that's what we preaching. Hurricanes force winds whenever we breezing. Got rings for a reason. Look, we treat a gator like the swamp people, and Seminoles like the block people. And for my dogs, our dry people. Just being frank, I got they flank like a cornerback. And I ain't even much a Florida cat, but hurricanes, I know more of that than most. Cause I seen them turn our houses into boats. That's that real talk, baby. I hope you was taking notes. That's that real talk, baby. Yellow Nation, coast to coast. Is that You Talk? Yeah.
It's you talk, baby.
Yeah.
It's You Talk, baby.
#1 podcast.
Ward play fake to Fletcher. He stays in the block. Going to the end zone. Arroyo, touchdown.
It's you talk, baby.
You feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Hold up. Wait a minute.
You are trash!
It's you talk, baby.
What happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel.
You Talk family. What go on? What go on? It's your boy D, and of course I got my brother, man, my PIC, man, my partner in crime, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. in the building. And y'all already know how we start off every show. It ain't no us. Without you, baby. You Talk family, Kane Nation, what's going on, man? Shout out to our super producer, the man himself, man. King Judge is in the building always, man. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. Shout out to Cuban Kane, man. Shout out to Cuban Kane in the building. South Coast Kane is back, man. Hope everything went well for you in the hurricane to South Coast Kane, man. Shout out to Miss Charmaine Taylor. She's in the building. What's up, Charmaine? What's good? Welcome to the show, sweetie. Shout out to my mother. Linda English is in the building, man. Shout out to my mother. What's up, baby? How you doing tonight? Shout out to Chris Kane. Chris Kane is in the building, man. Shout out to Chris Kane, man. What it do? Shout out to our boy, Onk. Onk in the house. They go Onk in the house. Onk, I missed your phone call earlier, man. Running around, man. Had a lot going on, man. I get with you, bro, man. Shout out to my little brother, man. Tampa, Florida in the building, man. Shout out to Leroy. He's in the building, man. Shout out to my cousin, man. Sherry Lewis is in the building, man. What's up, cuz? How you doing tonight, man? Larry Frank, our Hurricanes, man. Pitched a shutout, Larry Frank, 62-0 against Ball State. But Larry Frank Jr., we got a lot to talk about tonight, man, because the running game, once again, was not impressive. Not impressive at all, man. So we going to talk about it tonight. I know you got a lot to say about it. We going to get the callers in here tonight. We going to let it fly, man. So Larry Frank, man, without any further ado, my brother, I'm going to turn it over to you, man, and tell me what was your thought. Obi-Wan Kane, what's going on? Larry Frank, talk to us. What it do?
Greetings and salutations to everybody assembled here in the chat. Shouts out to everybody that's going to watch the rewatch. Shouts out to everybody that's going to chime in as we go along. Where do I start? And I want to first give a credit to shout out rather and a credit to South Coast Kane and Cuban Kane and all of them. They had a great show last night. I was able to get on and check them out, and they echoed a lot of the sentiments that I was already going to talk about. I'm just glad to know I'm not the only one feeling this way. And there's a concern. I know some people are not going to like it, but we're not here to be liked. We're here to tell it like it is and tell the truth. I need to know what the deal is with Damian Martinez, because in 3 games, you have 159 yards. More surprising, you only had 3 yards on Saturday. You had a 90-yard performance against Florida, but in the last 2 games against FAMU and Ball State, you combined for like 60 or whatever. To me, that's a concern. And, I got a little bit of flack, from a few people, because they're like, man, we put up 750 yards of offense and, all them other backs was doing their thing. But I'm going to say this. Shouts out to them other backs for doing their thing. But when they come down to you being, the big commodity that was picked up in the running back room, and I don't want to be disrespectful, I don't give a damn about them other running backs right now. I give them props, and I'm happy about it. But if we got you with a certain role and we got to rely on you to do your part, you ain't doing your part, man. You dancing like MC Hammer, on the Taco Bell commercial. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, what was happening? And I mean, they were saying last night that on South Coast's show, they were talking about, they had a little bit of debate talking about the field conditions and they were people were trying to justify that, the offensive line, ain't doing their job and all of this. Well, my question is, if the offensive line isn't doing their job and it's resulting in what's going on with the lack of production from Martinez, how's the offensive line doing its job when the other backs are able to get in there? And then you got backup offensive linemen doing their job. I mean, come on, man. A.J. Allen comes in there with a backup offensive line, 2 chunk plays, 90 yards. They ran for like what? 200, almost 200 yards collectively as a group, but Martinez only put up 3 yards. So I'm not trying to bash the brother, but you know what? It's a trend. And unfortunately, it's a trend that we uncovered. Shouts out to Cuban Kane as well, because we all had this discussion from his Oregon State days. Fool's gold. And I'm beginning to think it's fool's gold. I mean, from last year.
I told everybody that. They was talking about he had 1,300 yards over there. And when I pointed out, look at when he rushed against the top 10 defenses. He didn't rush for 100 yards. Look at the teams that he was playing. Everybody was still talking about he had 1,300 yards. Hey, man, I felt like we had what we needed. But they still went out and got this guy, bro.
And to me, you wasted money because, at least on him, because Mark Fletcher can clearly be that alpha dog, you know what I'm saying, at the running back position without, having to split carries with Martinez. But you could have Fletcher. You could have A.J. Allen. You could start grooming Jordan Lyle up. You can start giving carries to Chris Johnson. And guess what? These are all, your guys. I mean, this is how you should be doing it right now. But I'm not liking what I'm seeing, because if we get down there and
you go, Chris Kane,
some tougher defenses and tougher ACC defenses, and old boy still ain't doing it. And let's be 100. We know how Mario is with this loyalty stuff. We know how he's been in the past. Money's been paid. We saw this song and dance with TVD now. Don't think because we got Cam Ward and we doing this and we doing that, we all happy about that, and we gonna overlook what's happening with this running back situation. So I don't want to hog it real quick, but that was just my thoughts, man. I think I know who the first call is. So go ahead on and get that pump for him.
Yeah, I don't know if he called yet, man. I don't know if he in here, man. So surprisingly, the line's open. I'm gonna put the phone line up. Mr. Magic, we waiting on you. We know you usually the first caller. What's up, Mr. Calvin Brown? What you say? We got Allen, Lyle, the running game. Straight just got to use it. Right speed and power bikes. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Hey, I agree with you 100%.
I don't have a problem with the running game from the other running backs. The problem that I got is the guy that came in here with all this fanfare, he's not showing me anything. And it's like,
hold the line, caller.
Yeah, real quick, and I'm gonna wrap it up. I mean, he's not showing anything, and I mean, you've had 2 games that you should be eating, man. And I've seen people say, well, he's sharing, carries and all of this. Come on, man, you can't get over 3 yards. Go ahead, caller.
Bro, I echoed the same thing Chris Kane said in his text, man. Different level of competition, man. I said, go ahead, Chris Kane. You know Chris Kane? Hello.
You know I got that pump, right?
You want it too? You want it too? We'll give it you.
A lot of people want
it. And like my man Mr. Magic said, I put it on any big ass that want to try it. What's going on with y'all fellas tonight, man?
Oh, man, we here.
We cool.
We here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm here. Just gonna keep it short and sweet. Impressive win. Love the win. Love the way we handled it. Said about the running game, because we spend all this money on this prize so-called possession, and this top notch supposed to be creme de la creme, and nothing to show for it. You know what I mean? 3 yards. But Chris Johnson came in and got some yardage. Lyle came in and got some yardage. A.J. Allen, like y'all said. Even Fletcher. It wasn't the O-line. It was him. You didn't follow your blocks. You didn't follow the holes at the O-line. The O-line can't protect you and run the ball for you. That's your job.
Come on, John. Come on, John.
I'm not. I mean, I put it to you like this. It was Ball State, and they stopped you, but you cannot go into ACC play with that type of running style, because they're going to make you pay for it. Now, the question is, you came here for an opportunity to load up your stats. It's up to you, because you got to run that route. Not nobody else, because them other running backs, they did theirs. But what you going to do now? So now you got to play catch up. And I know everybody's not going to have the same type of game. I understand everybody's not going to have a great game. I understand that. But there has to be a time within that game where a switch comes on if you're down. And it has to be to a point where you have got to know, like, okay, this can't go on. It went on for the first quarter. These last 3 quarters, I got to do something. It cannot just be this one's fault, that one's fault. No, you're the one that had to tote the rock. It wasn't on Cam. It wasn't on the line. It was on you, Martinez. Now, can you come back from this? Absolutely. But this is a history that repeats itself because out there in Oregon State, you did the same thing. And you did not have the line that you have now. Okay? No disrespect to them, but this old line here was better than the one out there in Oregon State. And you did the same thing. So it seems like it's not the line, it's you. So all I'm going to say is this. You need to come into this next game against USF, and you need to show out. They already been talking trash. They already been doing all of this other kind of stuff. They're already saying about their O-line is better and this and the third and how they hung with Bama and all this other kind of stuff, even though they lost by 26 points. So what I'm going to need for him to do is run that route. Now, their defenders, they want you to run that route. You're going to have to run it down their throat and show them who you are. And that's all there is to it. But other than that, other than the run, Restrepo did his thing. Sam Brown, he did his thing from what I've seen. And overall, 62-0, I'll take the dub all day, you know? But that's all I got for you fellas. Hope everything is good. I'll be listening to the rest of the show. And as always, go Canes. I'm out of here.
All right, Chris Kane.
Go Canes.
So.
It's you talk, baby.
You wanted to respond to George there, Frank?
Yeah. I got the stat sheet right here. What George is talking about, he only had 3 rushing attempts.
Who the line, Mr. Magic?
A.J. Allen had a little over double that with 7 attempts, and he got 100 yards and a score. Mark Fletcher had twice the amount of rushing attempts, 6 of them, and he went for 53 yards. Heck, Chris Johnson had 1 more carry and had 4 times the yardage. And that's Chris Johnson, who's like 4th down there. So, George, with all due respect, my brother, let's not do that. Let's not, limit it to how many rushing attempts he had, because it almost sounded like you trying to give him a pass because he only had 3 attempts, that 3 yards is acceptable. Not for a player of his caliber, not for somebody that came with all this fanfare for Oregon State. And at the end of the day, like we said before, when it's all good, it's all good. But whenever it's time to start calling out potential problems, that's where, people want to start kind of gaslighting stuff. This guy had a limited number of 100-yard games at Oregon State. Now, granted, he didn't have what he has around him at Miami, but I'm sorry. You got this offensive line. You got defenses having to respect the receivers. Yeah, they stack the box, but they're not going to stack the box continually. So, nah, man, I can't do that. I can't do that. That's an excuse, George. That's an excuse. That's an excuse. That's an excuse. If you're going to get out here, let me tell you something. You could get injured in warm-ups. So saving him for healthy ACC play, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, George, no disrespect, bro, but I need to talk to people that play football. I can't deal with you. Go ahead, Mr. Magic. What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's up, Mr. Magic?
Bust the move, goddamn. You know I'm at the pump, right? I got that mother pump, and I'm finna spray some of these bitches.
Spray them.
Nah, Chris Kane, you need to stop the bullshit. You my boy. Don't fucking let these motherfuckers off the hook. We pay Mario damn near $8.5 million a year, or whatever the fuck we paying him. The next man up should be right. That fucking offensive line was bullshit. With a less player, than they were, talent-wise. They couldn't open up holes. They couldn't move the line of scrimmage. They could pass block, but they can't run block. Let's keep it fucking real.
Yep.
Let's keep it real. So I don't want to hear no more about this fucking offensive line is elite. We ain't finna go there no motherfucking more. Because what you need to look at is the last 3 games. Y'all say it's a victory. It was blowouts. But I'm seeing this shit fall apart right before my eyes. You got some motherfuckers want to play when they want to play. And then I'm hearing an argument that they was trying to get my boy number 11 involved last night because they crying like hoes. Okay, so let's be real about the situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why they featured them last night. Mario's still with the bullshit, like you said earlier. Last year, we dealt with that same bullshit with TVD. What makes you think we ain't gonna deal with that shit tonight? Again this year? Because we got a little better squad? That don't mean shit. They went into that game, even though it was a delay. They are the stronger opponent. They should have dominated from here. They went out and kicked a field goal. Come on, man. And they were smarter than FAMU. See, y'all can sit up here and jump on the bandwagon and drink the Kool-Aid and get drunk and all that other bullshit. To thy own self be true, goddammit. To thy own self be true. You see what your eyes showing you. Don't let it play games. Know what the fuck you see and admit that shit. Yeah, we won. But goddamn, bro, we doing what we supposed to be doing. Oh, that's my baby girl on the goddamn line. Goddamn, look at her. Anyway, listen, man. I want y'all to know. Stop playing with fool's gold, man. Look at the game, know the game for what it is, and call the shit right, bro. I'm gonna let somebody else talk, but goddamn it was time to spray somebody. So hit me with my shit, dog. You know I'm at the pump, bro. Goddamn right, we got it, and I'm out.
Mr. Magic, y'all.
Mr. Magic with the heat.
It's you talk, baby.
And speaking on the O-line, let's pivot over to that because can anybody tell me when Jalen Rivers is going to be back? Because is that not a concern for any of y'all at left tackle? Because Markel Bell, I'm sorry. I know it's early, but it's going to be a test on Friday or Saturday against USF. And what about right guard? Like, I seen Luis Cristobal get in the game as soon as he get in, below 2 blocks. And I ain't just talking. I got the proof to show it. We don't have anybody else better than Luis Cristobal behind Ernest Cooper when he went out. I'm just asking. Please help me, Larry Frank. When is Jalen Rivers coming back? And is that the best thing that we got at right guard? I need to know. Oh, Big Kane 33 say he good for Saturday. You talking about Jalen Rivers, Big Kane? Hey, go ahead, caller. State your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, man, Cooper.
I'm back, goddammit. I'm sorry. He's supposed to be back the next game. But that real motherfucker that we got number 70, he need to be goddamn better than what he is. Because they was undisciplined. And I'm out.
Okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, man. I was just wondering, man, because I'm saying, y'all, that's what we need to be worried about right there. I want to play a clip real fast, Larry Frank, but go ahead and make your point, man. I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen.
Well,
and show these 2 whiff blocks.
my thing with that is, and like I said, I mean, it was brought up last night with South Coast and Cuban Kane. And Cuban, if you can, or South Coast, either one of y'all call in and reiterate what y'all was talking about, because I thought it was a marvelous talking point. You got these guys coming in ahead of Pancake and some of the other guys that have already been in this program, Tommy Kinsler. What's going on? You know, what's going on? What's going on? So yeah, man, I see Cuban say he's trying to call in. So Cuban, South Coast, both of y'all, you know, just call in
Give
and
me 1
expound on
second,
that.
Cuban. Give me
Yeah.
one second. Look at
Show
these
the-
two
show
plays
this
right here.
clip. Show this clip.
Look at this. Look at this.
Wow.
Buying. Watch this next one. The very next one. Watch this. Gone. Thank God for Mark Fletcher that chipped on him just a little bit. And that's my thing.
Yeah.
Are we not seeing this? Are we not worried about this right guard?
But D, here's
this
the
right
thing
guard situation.
Here's the thing about this, D. You're giving them video proof of a problem, but the majority of the delusional ones are going to ignore that because we scored, because they were able to get around that.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to ignore what you just showed them. That's just like, that's why I got a little warm with George talking about we don't need him playing in these dumb games. What, to Cuban Kane's point, well, why in the hell is Cam still playing? Why is Cam playing late into some of these games? Now, they pulled him after that first series in the third quarter. I'm good with that.
Hold the line,
but at the end of the day, why is Cam still playing if it's all about avoiding injuries in these games that don't mean nothing?
Cannon.
Go ahead, Cannon. What's up?
No. This Cuban Kane.
Oh, that's Cuban.
Okay,
Cannon.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was
What's
Cannon.
up,
What
Cuban
up, Cuban?
Kane? Talk to us.
So this is the thing, right? First of all, you know I am anti-mirror ball. It's not Mario. I'm anti-mirror ball as it could be, right? We are in year 3. Why is Lou Cristobal playing over Samson, Tinalau, Kinsler, so on and so forth? Every position we have good. Mario has recruited good at every position except to quarterback and offensive lineman. We have 2 5-stars in the offensive lineman. One is sitting behind Lou Cristobal, and the other one is starting. Everybody else is a 3-star. So, everybody wants to say Mirabal is the greatest thing since sliced bread. He is not recruiting the way that it needs to be recruiting. If you look at Jason Taylor, he has 4 to 5 stars in that defensive line. You look at the linebackers coach, the DBs coach, the running backs coach, the receivers coach. They're recruiting highly recruited, wanted players. At the offensive line, we have major issues. To have Lou Cristobal play over Samson Okunola, Kinsler, I'm not trying to hear about he's a good coach and he develops. Because if he was a good coach and he developed, you would not have some dude from Georgia State being the 7th offensive lineman,
It's
ready
you
to
talk,
go.
baby.
That is crazy. This is why I got on his sorry ass in the beginning, in the first year, because I'm like, I don't care what type of recruits you have. If you cannot coach these players up, you suck, right? And now you mean to tell me, now you got your recruits in and you're playing Lou Cristobal. I thought Mario's all about competition. And why is your nephew getting played over these quote unquote great recruits that you recruited in the offensive line? So my thing is with these mirror ball nut huggers, pick a side, right? Is he a great coach? Is he a good recruiter? Please tell me what it is, because I am not understanding why Lou. And you saw when Lou Cristobal played against Rutgers, he was getting his shit pushed in. He got his shit pushed in against Ball State. So what is he doing in practice? What is he doing? Because if you look at it, in the first half we had 11 yards rushing. When the third and fourth string got in the second half, we went over 200 yards rushing. So what's going on with this offensive line, rotation? I'm not understanding it. Somebody please explain to me why our run blocking is so bad. It's horrible. If we cannot run against FAMU and Ball State, I'm not talking about the third and fourth string, because obviously they figured some shit out. Our first string offensive line cannot run block for shit. Could somebody please explain me this great ball of mirror ball, right? Yes, we're doing great at pass blocking, but run blocking, we ain't doing a damn thing.
I have a theory, Cuban Kane. I think I have a theory. It's just a wild guess, but I'm going to throw it out. Tell me what you think. My theory with your question, I think what it is they put so much stock into Cam Ward, and it's so much emphasis on what Cam Ward can do, throwing the ball and being all world, that they're probably just not stressing the importance of improving on run blocking. That's what it seems like to me.
Shit. There's only been one team that has won with passing. That was LSU. Everybody else, they leaned on the running. If we cannot run the ball, we can't run the ball. Don't expect no championships, because that's, I don't care how you make it happen, but if we cannot push Ball State and FAMU back, we got major problems. Now for all the martyr groupies, I'm not criticizing the team. I'm criticizing the one dude that I need out of my city. There's 3 people that I need out of my city. That's Tua, Bam, and Mirabal. I'm anti those 3 people.
Hell no. You wanted Tua. No, Tua stand.
No, shit. You just where?
I don't know.
You tell me where is that at?
No. You drafted him. You gonna keep him. That was your number 1 pick. Your first round pick. You keep him. No, we ain't doing that. Now you don't want Tua. Now you don't want Tua because Buffalo got in your ass. I don't want to hear it.
Where all this heat coming from, man? Why you getting on me,
No. You ain't. I would not let you do it. I would not. You gonna stick with Tua? That's your guy. Yeah, so don't you call up here doing that tonight. No, that's your guy. You're going to stick with your guy.
I want to shout out Calvin Dixon, because I think basically that answers a lot of questions. It goes back to what I was saying. They're putting all of that emphasis on Cam. And if you got more wins and you got electric plays and Cam is the one behind it, that could be a real key as to why there's no emphasis or as much emphasis on the running game and the run blocking.
I understand, but if you're going to protect that $1 million quarterback, you better not put that damn Luke Cristobal in there, because he was getting his shit pushed in there.
He was getting, yes, he was.
And Bell, too.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah. I'm glad everybody's saying that your boy going to be back the next game, man, Jalen Rivers. I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, and George talking about, we don't want to play, you don't want to get, Martinez injured, but then why the hell are you playing on Cam if you're scared of injuries? You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, again, I'm not worried about what's going on. It's just we need to get our run defense, our run blocking corrected, and our offensive line recruiting up, because we're not recruiting the best of the best at the offensive line. It's all nothing but three stars and 2 4-stars. So Mirabal, hey, you need to tighten up, Mirabal. You know what I'm saying? So, but I got a question for you, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. You know what I'm saying? I've been calling you out on this college football, man. When you gonna play old Cuban? You know what I'm saying?
I'll see you over the weekend. I'm a busy man. I work, but I'll see you over the weekend. I play on the weekends.
That's fine. Hey, whenever you want it, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to record it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to blow you out. And it's not going to be a nice thing. So, I'm just saying. So,
man, like I told you on your boy's stream last night, I'm going to own you like Shannon Sharp was owning Michelle the other night. I got you.
All right, talk that trash if you want.
I'm gonna talk it. Every time I score a touchdown, I'm gonna get on my headset. That's my cue.
Yeah,
that's my
you're not gonna score that. Trust me, you're not gonna score that much. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But fuck the Raiders, fuck the Steelers.
And we 2-0. We 2-0, ho.
My quarterback still running.
Yeah. We 2-0 with 1 touchdown scored, ho.
We got South Coast in the building, man. South Coast, what it do? What's going on, brother?
My Louisiana brother.
Man, how y'all doing? First off, Mr. Frank, I'm glad you made it through the storm, because when that bad boy took that turn to the east, I'm like, oh, God, it's going to catch Mr. Frank. I hope he's all right. But I'm glad he's all right.
It did. Came right to me, my brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, it came right to me.
Because at first it was heading for my backyard, and then when it made it to the east, I'm like, oh Lord, please help Mr. Frank out. Can't have anything happen to Mr. Frank. But I'm glad y'all did okay. We didn't get much, but a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain, nothing crazy. We were blessed. Also, Brother Jay Blaze, I'm still thinking about you, Brother Jay. And also, Miss Janice is still in my thoughts and prayers. And Hope everything works out with that. So Mr. Devin, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
When you set this show up, you did say it was for people over the age of 18, right?
I did.
Okay, because if I get stupid, bro, I don't want to violate any of your, YouTube stuff.
Oh, you good. You good, Sarko. You family. You already know,
Boy,
brother.
look at him. Get stupid. Get stupid.
You already know, brother.
So I got my next question is here's my question, dude. Who has Miami played so far this season in football?
Nobody.
You played a punk ass Florida team. You played FAMU, no disrespect, and you played Ball State, no disrespect. And this offensive line, the last 2 weeks has been pushed around. Even on run plays, even on pass. If you look at it, they're getting pushed. The offensive line has no push. Okay? And as far as Martinez trying to be a solid goal dancer in the backfield, that's cool and all. But, there's this one play. I don't know if it was his first or second carry. I think it was his first carry. He got stopped behind the line. But if you look at that play, if he would have looked and went to the right, he had a hole. Actually, I think it was kind of the same play that Allen hit that big 50-yard run on. Okay? I'm real concerned. I'm real concerned that this offensive line that is supposed to be, as we were told, this great wall of mirror ball. Okay, that's their words, not mine. Okay. But apparently we cannot get any running lanes open up between the tackles. Now, yeah, they did pretty good against Florida, but I'm looking at the last 2 weeks. And I still think that Ball State's defense just got tired at the end. But this little paltry 20 yards, 15 yards running in the first 2 quarters, that shit ain't going to cut it down the road, dude. You can't sit there and say, okay, what happened? Okay, so I think I talked about this last night, but what happens if the passing game isn't there? And I'm sorry, I hate to burst bubbles, but Cam's not going to be Joe Montana every week of the season. It's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. There's going to come a time when the running game has got to do what they got to do. And I'm telling you, after what I saw with Allen Saturday, I don't know why the hell he's not further up the depth chart.
Right.
But that's the thing I like about Allen and Fletcher. They hit and get it, dude. They hit it and get it. Now, I was told that, some of these guys don't know the playbook and this and that. Well, I mean, we're sitting here in the middle of September. They've been here since the first part of the year. Okay? They're not freshmen. Okay? They should know something. But again, if the run game, if they cannot get some rushing yards, if the run game doesn't look good, and I mean, I'm not talking they got to bust a 10, 15-yard run every time, but have a productive running game to take the pressure off the pass game. Because I'm telling you right now, and I said it last night, there is a defensive coach, coordinator, has got the golden ticket against Cam in this passing attack. It's coming. Because remember last year, people talking about how great TVD was, Tyler Van Dimes. Remember that?
Yes, sir.
And what happened? Georgia Tech come in and they had the blueprint to shut that shit down. Okay? Now, y'all don't get it twisted. I want to see this to be successful. But let's be realistic. Let's look at who Miami has played thus far. Okay? And in the words of Jim Moore, playoffs. If you're going to struggle running against FAMU and, Ball State, what happens when you start moving into the playoffs? Again, plenty of time to get it corrected. Plenty of time. And I'm not being negative. I'm just being real. I know about Uncle Joey 99. Yeah, we're 3-0, but let's be realistic. A punk-ass Florida team, FAMU, and Ball State. We're kind of in the preseason right now, okay? We're about to start getting into the beef of the schedule, if you can call it that, Still got a lot of football to play. I'm real optimistic. I'm hoping things, continue to improve. But, man, when the offensive line's getting pushed around like a punk in prison against FAMU and Ball State, I have concerns. And especially Nephew. I'll be glad when that dude's out of here, because those damn roller skates he has, that's some hellified roller skates he's playing on. But anyway, that's about all I got. Mr. Fike, I appreciate you stopping by last night. That was really nice and cool of you, bro. But I won't be able. I'll have to do a rewatch Friday night with y'all. But it's all good. I appreciate it, man. That's all I got. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate what you're doing. Y'all keep up the good work. As you know, I love you. It's all of you know how we do it. Peace, love, and soul, baby. And we're gonna catch y'all next time, man. Bye.
All righty, South Coast.
All right, South Coast. Much love, brother. Much love.
It's you talk, baby.
Uh-oh. We got Mr. Brooks in the building, man. Mr. Brooks in the building, man. What's up, Mr. Brooks? How you doing tonight?
Uh-oh.
What up? This Cannon.
The line got crossed. Oh man, that's crazy. They say Mr. Brooks. What's up, Cannon? What's good?
Cannon.
What's up, Mr. C?
Look, I think, to be honest, I don't know who the starting offensive linemen really are. It seems like they're switching people around so much that they really can't get into no sync. And when you're an offensive lineman, they got to be in sync with each other. So I don't know if they feel like moving them around so much is helping, or if they felt like, hey, this is really the cushion part of our schedule. Let's work out some little kinks on certain things. And they may have known that they could get, have this type of record going into ACC play. But like I was telling everyone last week, we're going to see what we're really made of this weekend coming up. So let's see what he actually put together. Me personally, I don't feel like there's holes there when people talk about Martinez and why he ain't getting down the field and this and that. I was like, I don't know why they think it's just Martinez. Hell, Fletcher had to run on top of his own offensive lineman on the ground to get yardage. So it ain't like there's holes there and they not hitting them. It's that line is not in sync yet. And it may be because they're switching them out so much. Now, as far as Cristobal playing, he should be playing. But we knew this was coming because what he did during the Rutgers game last year. So, I mean, the only way they're going to change that is, I hate to say it, I think we're helping. I don't mean no harm. Somebody's listening to the U Talk. Everything we spoke about last week, I kind of saw this past game. We've been requesting to see AJ. We've been requesting to see Allen. He got on there. We've been requesting to get some stuff on the outside edges. It happened. I just think we got to keep pushing the envelope. Put the best lineman on the fucking field. And I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't mind seeing JoJo out there ahead of Brown. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind seeing that either.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm
a
like,
good one.
I hate to tell you, we got to get over caring about if people are freshmen. If they're ready to play, put their ass on the field. I don't care about them losing their eligibility, because the truth is, it's going to be rare. It's going to be rare to none if you keep somebody with this NIL going on. It's going to be hard to keep kids that long.
Right.
You know, it's going to be next man up. These kids are going to be looking for the next best thing. So you might as well get as much production out of them right now. You know, and that's just my take on it. But I wouldn't completely give up on Martinez yet because I haven't seen this old line do anything to make me feel like, oh, we should be busting them long. Hell, when Allen got in, he actually got in with a better O-line than the one that starts the game, if you want to be honest. Them young boys got on the field look better than our starters, if you want to be honest. Emory even looked better than he did last year.
He did.
So I can see the coaching is coming along, but you got to play those dogs until they decide to say, hey, man, your ass ain't doing what you need to do, next man up. Because you're right. He going to fuck around and get somebody hurt. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But we got our wish. They didn't put Pufferberger out there, second string. We knew he don't even belong there. But I think they're
But they put Cristobal in there.
Right. And guess what? We on their ass about that too. So that's why I'm mentioning it now. We said enough. Hell, go on Twitter and hit up Maribel. Hit his ass up and tell him, ask him, put him on the spot. Why do y'all have his ass in there? He ain't producing. And for the last caller, I hate to say this, but don't say everybody was hyping up TBD, sorry ass. Because I've been saying it since day one.
It's
that
Utah,
motherfucker
it's
can't read
Utah,
the defense,
baby.
but y'all don't never want to talk about that. And that motherfucker's like the Tin Man. And I'm going to get it off because people in the group keep bringing up TBD. That motherfucker hate competition. He always had these cryptic injuries when he's playing against good competition. And I'm going to tell you the real reason his ass went out hurt with this fake knee injury. He didn't want his ass to get exposed because he can't read the defense, so he was copping out.
Cannon.
If you want TBD ass to be on the field, you got to get rid of that fucking tent. Because as long as he can go high, he going to get his ass off the field when he's playing competition.
Cannon.
Y'all forget, that's how we got to see Emory last year. He was scared to play against Clemson.
Cannon.
So y'all stop giving these motherfuckers excuses and stop talking about TBD. He ain't a part of this motherfucking crew.
Cannon.
I don't care nothing about his injury. Move on.
Cannon.
We're trying to protect the quarterback we have now. Fuck TBD.
Cannon.
All that money I spent on that motherfucker, I'm going to send his ass receipts from last year. Coming out of town to them games and that motherfucker scared to throw the ball. And sorry, bitch.
Cannon.
I got my pressure up, but straight up, we need to get the right line together and tell them motherfuckers, next man up. You can't do it, motherfucker. We ain't gonna give you a chance to get somebody hurt. If you ain't doing it, you better do what you're supposed to do before I come to that Florida State game, because I'll boo your ass. I don't care nothing about being my team. I'll boo your ass. You ain't doing right here. You better hope I can't get no oranges in that motherfucker. We'll turn it back to the Orange Bowl. I'll throw that bitch and bust his ass right in the helmet with it. But, you know, I'm going to land my plane, and y'all keep up the good work, y'all. You talk.
Appreciate you, Ken.
Yes, sir.
Cannon.
Man.
Oh, boy. It's one of them nights, man.
Yeah.
I see we got some newcomers in the chat, man. I want to say welcome. God damn it, welcome. But over here, y'all, we do it a little different over here, man. This ain't the get along, go along gang over here. So we talk about everything, man. We gonna call out certain stuff over here, and that's just what it is over here on Utah, man. So, you know, I want to say man. If you don't like it, you can exit left. But we appreciate you being with us tonight, man. So the lines are open. Telephone number is 404-981-3997.
Wow.
Call up. Tell us how you feel. Was that right?
While we're waiting on the phone lines to keep ringing, I want to address, because I'm seeing some repeated thoughts here.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just want us to chill and not speak on what we see because the team is 3-0. Some people don't want us to speak on what happened with the running game and the offensive line because they won 62-0. To you people, I have an analogy, and I just want y'all to be honest, because if you can justify what I'm about to tell you, then hey, I will shut up. For the people that feel like we shouldn't critique what's going on at the expense of being 3-0, and for the people that feel like we shouldn't critique what happened Saturday at the expense of winning 62-0, I ask you this. Imagine you back in school, the biggest, baddest dude in the yard around there, swinging on everybody, bullying everybody, beating everybody up, taking everybody lunch money. And he does it. He graduates school. He becomes a man, 18, 19 years old. He goes out into the real world. You done beat up a bunch of kids. But now you go out in the real world, having beat all these people, and oh, look who you looking at. Iron Mike Tyson. Because I got news for you. Some of these teams that you may potentially see should we make the playoffs, this ain't Ball State. You try seeing if that lack of a running game works against an Ohio State if you see them in the playoffs, or against a Georgia if you see them in the playoffs. And don't tell me, give me what happened with them in Kentucky the other night. Because, hey, Kentucky got up to play that game, and honestly, I think Georgia was looking forward to Alabama and maybe took Kentucky a little bit light. So at the end of the day, I say this. If you beating the hell out of everybody, what Mike Tyson always say, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. So at the end of the day, you can sit up here being happy. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm not happy about 3-0. I'm not saying I'm not happy about those 750 yards. I'm not saying I'm not happy about the progress we made. I love it. I love all of it. But I'm not going to put no blinders on to something that can potentially put a loss in that loss column. And now 3-0, 4-0 turns into 4-2. So if the offensive line ain't blocking, why should it not be discussed? Because lack of blocking, guess what? If Cam gets hurt, what you going to do then?
Right.
If you find a defensive coordinator, if you find a defensive coordinator, to Cannon's point, somebody's watching what's going on with this. The right defensive coordinator that can design a game, a defensive scheme to neutralize the pass, put a spy on Ward. What's going to happen if you ain't running the ball and you ain't setting up the run? The run has to set up the pass. Do you know how much more lethal Cam in his passing game will be if we had a dangerous running game?
Mm-hmm.
It's damn near unguardable. You may have 2019 LSU type of stuff again. So that's all I'm saying, before y'all get mad and hot with us talking about, man, y'all being negative and this and that. Bruh, ain't nobody being negative, but it's kind of like with your kids. You love your kids. So if your kid is getting straight A's in school, but he's a class clown getting written up, you cool with that? You gonna let him slide from getting in trouble for disrupting the class because he's making straight A's? I don't think so.
Good point, Frank. Good point. Telephone number is 404-981-3997. We're doing the recap show from Ball State versus Miami. Getting ready for USF this Saturday. And that game is at what, 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Oh, man, I can't wait. I think this is going to be a good game. Hopefully we can get the running game going this Saturday. Let's read some of these chats. Mr. Alvarez, you're so right. They need to play USF with more energy than what they played Florida Gators.
Facts.
Cali Kane, 818. All this is facts. O-line need to play better and start opening up holes for the running backs. Thanks. Big Kane, 33. Good job, Larry Frank. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Fila. Everybody say Miami schedule is soft. I always say talk to the committee. They made the schedule. Hey, gotta play what's on your schedule, bro. You have to. We're gonna be doing the hype show this Friday. Again, Larry Frank may be the only one that's on the show this Friday. I have to see how everything goes because I'm going out of town. And y'all hold Larry Frank down this week, man, this Friday. So It's gonna be at the same time, 8 o'clock. But I may be out of, I'm gonna definitely be out of town. I don't know if I'll be able to get on. I'm gonna try to maybe get on from the car, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we just wanted to come on tonight, man, and give everybody a chance to vent. Anybody else got something else to say? Because if not, man, we ain't gonna be on here that long. We're giving everybody a chance to call up, man. The U-Talk family. The lines are open. QB Kane, what to say? Cali Kane. They need to start running to the outside more. But you said a mouthful in, Cali Kane.
He was in our text messages, huh? Ain't we said that? Didn't we say that?
Man, but yeah, he a mind reader, but for real, man. Yes, man. Definitely. QB Kane. Also, we must pay attention what is going on with FSU. That could be yeah. You're right. Very easily. You're right. Like I said, don't get comfortable with Cam Ward. We got him for 1 year. I don't know if he's going to go back into the portal next year and get another quarterback, or one of the guys will Emory be ready to step in next year. Who knows?
And I got something else for you. Go ahead. I'll hold it to that.
Hold on, line caller. Go ahead, Frank.
No, I was just gonna say real quick something else nobody's talking about. The success that Miami's having thus far. Coaches are going to start getting poached. I mean, you look at all of the upgrades that's happening right now. You look at Jason Taylor. You think somebody's not going to come at Jason Taylor to offer him a bigger role with what these D linemen are doing? Look at Derek Nicholson and how the linebackers. I mean, Wesley Saint was out there acting a fool the other day.
Yeah, he was.
These guys are going to really start getting looked at. I mean, even Lance Guidry. Lance Guidry's been
that's what I was going to say. Guidry, definitely.
He's been 30 years in this thing. And he just got his first Power 5 job, big time Power 5 job. You think he don't want to be a head coach? So, yeah, man, I mean, not just with the players, was leaving, but coaches too.
Right. Caller, you on with U-Talk. State your name and where you calling from.
It's Big King 33 calling from Fort Lauderdale.
Big Kane 33 in the building, man. Shout out to Big Kane 33.
U-Talk, baby.
Talk to us, brother. What's good?
What up?
Yeah, I want to talk about this running game.
Mm-hmm.
Talk.
It's on you.
If you take a look at Martinez when he's running in the back of his own players, he always got a cutback. But he don't see that. And now if you watch Allen, he does the same thing. But he kicks it outside to that cutback, and that's how he gets loose. Martinez ran the same play, and he got stuffed. That's what the difference is. You see Fletcher running the ball, Fletcher hitting that hole. When you see Martinez, he's trying to tip and see and let something go. He's a straightforward runner. He don't kick it out the outside. That's what you got A.J. Allen for. You guys keep doing what you're doing. That's what I had to say. We're going to be okay. Go Canes.
Go Canes, man.
Okay.
Thank you for the call, brother. We appreciate you.
Appreciate
it. It's U-Talk, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm looking at what 904 Hurricane just put up, and all I'm going to say.
I just put that up.
Yeah. Currently, Miami
ranked number 6 overall defense. Louisville is number 7. Miami has the number 3rd overall offense, and Louisville is 4th. Louisville and FSU back-to-back is the real test. It's a good point. Definitely Louisville.
And that's why I wanted to highlight that, because the reason why is as good as Miami's defense has played, they haven't been tested. That's all I wanted to say. Go ahead, caller.
Come on, caller.
Oh, you already know who this is.
Oh, is it the Stallion? Is it the Stallion?
It's U-Talk, baby.
It's the Stallion. It's the Stallion.
U-Talk, baby.
We got the Stallion in the building. James
Stallion,
Freeman, man. What's good, my guy?
Oh, brother, everything's good, man. Hey, let me just tell you this. Yeah, we haven't been tested by anybody, but I'll tell you this. It's a lot better to be 3-0 than 0-3 and 1-2, baby.
That's facts.
We've been there a lot of times.
That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah. I mean, but listen, we got to enjoy this ride, whether it's fool's gold or not, man. I mean, I just remember a couple years ago, we just gotten our asses whipped. by A&M, and we didn't even know what was waiting for us with MTSU and that embarrassment. So keep all that in mind, you know. And those were, and that MTSU game was a home game. Not that, you know, the Rock is much of a home factor with, you know, the lack of people that show up and all that stuff. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. USF. No disrespect or whatever, all that trash they're talking, I hope they bring it. And I hope all 60,000 or whatever they're going to fit in that old stadium of theirs, they're not going to be out on the field and so forth. And you don't want to poke the bear, and you might get an ass whipping that you'll you know, learn to regret and so forth. And if Dawson is telling the truth today in that press conference that they've only used 5 or 10% of the offense or what have you, then that's intriguing to me. And I don't know if that means that that's player personnel packages for guys that we haven't seen yet. But it's like me and Larry talked about yesterday. You know, some of the things that I just have some questions with is, where the hell is Damian Martinez? You know, you're asking to just stay at the Pac-12 for all I care. I mean, right now I'm seeing A.J. Allen running harder behind the second team offensive line than I am you, and he ain't even making the NIL deal you got. So that's number one right there. Number two, that Brown guy from Houston, I mean, he hasn't done anything for me at this point, and he's taking up reps from Nye Carr and JoJo Trader, getting them better, and even Isaiah Horton for that matter. So that's another one right there. That linebacker from Louisville, you know why I can't tell you his name, because he's not done anything. And here I see Popo Aguirre, Malik, who switched positions from linebacker to defensive end, and Bobby Washington making plays out there, running to the ball full speed. It's like, dude, you got these recruits for a reason. You might have them only for 3 years. Stop wasting your money on garbage and get some good recruits out there, because even though somebody else's trash can be another man's treasure, I mean, some of these guys are not living up to the hype. Now, the ones that I am impressed with, obviously Tyler Barron and Barrow are doing their thing, and Alston on the defensive side, Mish Powell to an extent. Of course, that secondary hasn't really been tested yet. See what happens in the next few weeks. But at least those guys are doing something. And I know I hated on him at the beginning, but Zach Carpenter's doing his thing at the center position. Again, let's see what happens here in the next few weeks when you go up against some more challenging defensive lines than what you've faced. But my point is that I can't wait for the day that we only need to just take a few guys in the transfer portal and not wholesale changes, because it's going to bite you in the ass, just like with what happened to Florida State. I mean, they are absolutely just terrible. And I don't feel sorry for them one bit, honestly. I mean, there's no effort out there. And I mean, that's just a dumpster fire. And I hope that Mario remembers what happened 2 years ago and hangs 60 on them and doesn't even apologize for it. And anybody that was even thinking and choosing between the two schools that went to Florida State remembers that ass kicking for the rest of their life. So that's what I have to say about that. As far as the game this Saturday, I really feel that Miami's going to bring it. Cam Ward just needs to keep doing his thing. If that guy wins the Heisman Trophy, I'm going to say this, man. That is going to just bring so much to Miami, because think about this. We've not even had anybody up for the Heisman since 2002, or even a contender behind that. And we had two guys, and one of them really should have won it, but that's a whole other story. But the fact that you could potentially have your first Heisman Trophy winner since 1991 with all the players that have come through this program at the different positions is just insane at this point, honestly. And I hope that Ward gets it. I really do. I hope that we have that magical of a season, and we take it all the way, and why not us at this point? But, you know, that's why they play the games, and we're going to have a great time. And by the way, just to give you all an update, my high school team is really letting me down. We got our asses whipped on Friday night, and the way things are looking, I might be there for that U-Bash, because we ain't good enough to get out of the second round, let alone the damn championship for the third straight year. But just being real with you guys, love you dudes. Keep doing your thing. You talk family. Go Kings.
Love you, brother. Appreciate it.
Much love, James. That's our boy.
It's
James
Utah, baby.
Freeman, the Italian stallion.
Yes, sir. Great take. Larry Frank, listen, bro. You know what type of day I got tomorrow. So we're going to wrap it on up, man. We're going to get out of here a little bit early tonight, man. I got a long day tomorrow, y'all. Very long day tomorrow. We want to say thank you to everybody that called Larry Frank. I'm going to go ahead and let you give your departing words tonight. I'm sorry we got to be short tonight, y'all, but I got a lot going on tomorrow. Talk to him, Frank.
Yeah, man. Like I always say every episode, man. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for your input, the chat, phone calls. Just thanks for coming back every week, man. And we can't thank you enough, man. And just wish y'all a great week, safe week. And if the good Lord says the same, man, Friday night we'll be here to talk about South Florida and what kind of potential situation we looking at. So appreciate y'all.
Definitely. Love you guys. Appreciate everything. Thank you for the commentary in the chat and the phone calls. Like Larry Frank said, if the Lord's will, he would definitely be back on Friday. I don't know yet. Larry Frank is probably going to run the show for us on Friday. I'm going to be traveling out of town. So 8 o'clock, man, we're going to have the hype show for Miami versus USF. So we ask, everybody stay safe and have a great week. And we will see you guys back on Friday. So let's get out of here on the right note. Y'all know how we start every show. And y'all know how we end every show. It ain't no us. Without you, baby.
Without you, baby.
And we out, man. November the 8th. Be in Atlanta, man. The Bash too, man. You got to come up here and kick it with us, man. We want to see everybody in the A. Y'all already know what it is. It's you talk. Later.
It's you talk, baby. It's you talk, baby.
Here's Cheney. Straight ahead. Got holding the ball. Popped out.
It's you talk, baby. It's you talk, baby.
Phone check one. In the meantime, you're too late. Mr. Big A. Backing up Slick Vic with the Mason dress. Like Burger King, got the bigger ding-a-ling. So true, the Pony Crew.
It's you talk, baby.